everyone, my name is Jade Loren. I am really excited to be talking about my acne clearing journey, so my skin clearing journey. It has been a long time coming. I've been sitting on this for a few months now, and I decided like, hey, let's get it done. Let's go ahead and record for the people because I went through a lot when it came to my skin for the past year. And if this can help someone with, their skin clearing journey, then I'm all for it. All right, let's talk about the external factors, the things that I did to help my skin topically. Number one, do not overwash your face. Like I said, I was overwashing my face. It was a mess. What happens when you overwash your face is you mess with your skin's protective barrier, and it breaks down that barrier of lipids because you're constantly putting chemicals on it. Make sure you're also using higher quality stuff. Like I said, Dr. Murad, I still use it actually to this day, but I wash my face with water 4 days out of the week. I don't even use face wash because it's just one of those things where I don't feel like I need it anymore because my skin's barrier is now built back up. But do not overwash your face. Number two, stop touching your face. So I had to stop touching my face because what happens is you have bacteria on your hands. And when you touch your face, the pores, like the hair follicles with the oil, the anatomy of the pore, when you touch your face, bacteria gets in those pores. A lot of times your skin gets clogged, the bacteria multiplies and it forms a pimple. Like that was what was happening. I was touching my face a lot, so I stopped touching my face. The other thing is I slept on my back. I felt that sleeping on my back was really important because I spent 8 hours a night. Yes, I get 8 hours of sleep. So I try to get 8 hours of sleep, but I didn't want the fabric to touch my skin. I wanted my skin to heal the quickest it could with no bacteria. So I just laid on my back, y'all. I slept on my back. Those are mainly the things that I did externally. I did not do much externally. I would say the summary here for external skincare, so topical skincare, is consistency and gentleness. I was consistent with my skincare routine. I wasn't overwashing my face. I was gentle with my face. When I use the Retin-A, I would like dot it and tap it, but first I would like apply moisturizer or vitamin C serum, and then I would tap it on my face and I would let that sit overnight. I would rinse my face in the morning, and then I would put vitamin C serum on and then sunscreen, and literally that's it. That's all I would do. I would do a mask once a week. I was steaming my face and dermaplaning once every maybe 3 weeks. So I was being very consistent, but I wasn't overdoing it. Maybe if you are interested, I can share kind of my routine, my daily routine, my weekly routine, and my monthly routine. Just let me know in the comments. The thing I know I got asked about was, okay, so how did you get rid of the dark marks that came with the acne? Again, it was consistency. I was just making sure I wasn't OD with washing my face. I made sure that, because what happens is your skin will naturally regenerate. It might take time. I would say maybe my dark marks took maybe 2 to 3 months, I would say, to clear up usually. Like if I got a pimple, there's a dark mark. There's a pimple, there's another dark mark. So it was just a never ending stream of dark marks on my face. But I will say that once I got the oil under control, the sebum production under control, my blood sugar under control, my oil production went down. With that being said, my pimples started to go down, and then the inflammation went down, and then the dark marks went down. I believe the Retin-A definitely helped. I used it every single night on my skin. I now want to talk about the things that I did internally. So that includes things such as sleeping, working out, fasting, drinking a gallon of water every day, like supplements. A big thing I started doing was intermittent fasting. A lot of what I'm sharing about the internal things I did has foundational beginnings based on a video that I'll link below. And this is a doctor, a dermatologist, who was explaining the hormonal implications of acne. And so the two main hormones here are testosterone and estrogen. And depending on what you're doing with your body, depending on what you're eating, those hormones will be affected. So I'm gonna link that video. I'm not gonna get too in depth, but one thing I did realize was I needed to start lowering my insulin levels. I think that has been the biggest culprit for me clearing my skin. So what I was doing was I was intermittent fasting at the time. I don't do that anymore. Maybe I'll do a 24-hour fast every so often. I was intermittent fasting between 14 and 16 hours each day. So I would stop eating at 7 and then I wouldn't eat again until like 12 the next day. That was helping, I think, clear my skin. Here, I want to show you a couple of supplements that I've taken in conjunction with low sugar, which, trust me, like, this helped so much with my acne. I didn't realize that it was so bad, probably because of my blood sugar, honestly. To this day, I did stop taking spironolactone. I did want to share that with y'all. I stopped taking spironolactone. So I get a little bit oily from time to time, but I've managed my acne totally natural thus far with the supplements and everything. So cod liver oil, if you look at the video, vitamin A is really good for acne. It helps with your hormones. It helps to reduce those hormones that cause oil, or sebum is what is the technical name for it. And that actually reduces your acne. I also was taking a multivitamin. It has everything from pantothenic acid, which is also good for your acne, zinc, what else? Vitamin A, so some more vitamin A, vitamin E. There's a lot of good stuff in here. So I don't know if you can see that. And then the cod liver oil. So I can link these below just so you have them. I tried something called Dim Pro, which is supposed to help with your cycle. I'll also link this. I don't know if it helped, so I'm not sold on the Dim. I also take bone marrow because it's good for cell regeneration. I'll link that below. I take the bone marrow to also help with my skin. I really do think that's been helping. Trust me, I took everything in the book. Like I said with, you know, everything that I wrote down, like I did a lot. I did apple cider vinegar. I did the Dim. I did juicing. I did green smoothies. But it wasn't until after trial and error I realized sugar was the culprit. My blood sugar was the culprit. I think a telltale sign was one day I ate pretzels from the mall. So Wetzel's pretzels, cinnamon sugar, super good. I ate Wetzel's pretzels and the next day I had like 5 pimples on my chin. So at that point, I was pretty sure, I was like, yes, it's the sugar. Transitioning kind of into today, I still sleep on my back, but I don't have to because my skin barrier is restored. And that is the most beautiful thing. I feel like I glow. I can wake up. I don't wear makeup. My mental health, as far as like my skin goes, I pray to God every day and I thank him so much for clearing my skin. Like, it was really rough, y'all. It was so rough. I can't even begin to describe. I really did a surface level scratch of every single thing. I couldn't dive too deep because, you know, there is a time limit on these videos and I didn't want to OD with the video like my first video. But the external things and the internal things that I listed, and I'll remind you here, I'll list them again, that helped me clear my skin. Those are the main things that I'm doing today, and it keeps my skin clear. So I want to thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure. Feel free to leave some comments. I know there are some questions that you might have. Feel free to leave some questions, comments. concerns. Maybe there's something that I missed that you feel like you want me to cover. I'm more than willing to answer them. With that, take care, and I will see you soon.